Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and today I am working on another design team project for the Not Too Shabby shop. Not entirely sure what I want to create today, but I thought I'd just start off with just playing a little bit. So I grabbed out some of my Lunar Paste. Love this stuff. This is one of the new colors that is called Shooting Star. So I'm going to put some down and just create a nice colorful panel, and we'll see how it goes. And then I can decide what I want to put on top. There are tons of lovely stamps in the stamp sets in this box of the month, and there is all that fun pattern paper, and there's also a lot of ephemera. So I haven't decided if I'm going to stamp and cut out, or am I going to do some pattern papers, or am I going to do some ephemera? Oh my goodness, and this one is getting a little low. I'm gonna have to get some more bee stings soon, because it's getting there, you know what I mean? And I don't want to waste any of this yummy goodness. I'll probably do at least 2 panels, because that's probably more than enough of that paste on there. So I've got Shooting Star, Bee Sting, and Clear Skies. I've got all the other colors too, so I could add those in, but what I'm going to do this time is just let these colors mix themselves, and I think that's going to turn out nice and pretty. And these colors will be the prominent ones, but there will be that overlap. So let's see how that goes. I know I'm gonna make a mess and get it all over me, so as if I wasn't gonna start already with getting it onto the lid. We can clean that up, and then I can do my palette, my scraper, and kind of blend those guys together. Oh, this is turning out kind of cool, and it is really like an artsy kind of design, but I do like that. Does have mostly red in there. Let me pick this one up and move it out of the way. Let me grab another one of these panels. These are actually just the excess from where I cut out a bunch of slimline card bases. So it's heavyweight cardstock, and it's the excess, so I cut 7 inches off. Oh, that is kind of cool too. Look at that. So that will be a nice colorful background. Now that I'm playing with it, I think I want to do another one. And this time I'm going to add a little bit more of the yellow. And then add in some of the blue, because I think I want some green in this one instead of just the purple. So put the yellow there, and then I can put some red on this other end, and that'll mix in and create some orange. And I'm not bothering to clean off my my scraper, because I want to mix all those colors together. I think I'm going to scrape it from this direction. And because it's going over the hole in my palette, I wound up making that little bit of a bump there. I don't really want that. At least I thought that's what it was. It might just be a bit of... Okay, that was just where some of that Lunar Paste was a little chunky. Okay. Oh, that is looking really cool. I love that blend. Okay, so that means I've got enough for, I think, one more if I don't cover the whole thing. Let me get this one out of the way too, because I want to work still on this palette. And bring in one more. This is going to be my last one, I promise. And I am pressing a little hard on here, trying to get as much of this off as I can. That pretty much takes care of it. And this has got kind of a acrylic paint look too. So I'm liking that too. So I'm going to set these all off to the side to dry, and then I will be back. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I figure I'm going to go ahead and just stamp out some of the images and make some, little pieces of ephemera. Not sure, again, whether or not I'm going to use it or not yet. I have a little bit, an inkling of an idea using some of the ephemera already in the kit, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp out some of these and color them up and fussy cut them out. Now I put my paper, my cardstock, underneath my Nakapa sticky grid so that I know that all of my pieces are going to be in the right spot because I can see the grid underneath. Okay, and I think I'm going to actually do some different colors for these too. Yeah, I'm going to start off with all that jazz. I'm using some Catherine Pooler inks because I love them and they are handy. I have no idea if I'm going to like the way that these look in these different colors. I've tried it in some yellow and did some light watercoloring with that, and they looked great. But I don't know if I'm going to like them in these different colors, but I think that'll be a little bit different than doing them all in black ink, which is what I usually do. You have to mix it up every once in a while to discover whether or not you like some of the other techniques. If you don't try it, you don't know. Okay, those look pretty cool. And I'm going to flip it around and do the other side, so I will have two of each. Okay. So those look kind of cool, and to be honest, I think I'm going to leave them as white with color outline instead of coloring them in, and just fussy cut those out. But again, I don't know if I'm going to like that color or not, so I'm going to do a couple more panels. This is what gets me in trouble. I did another video using a different set and kind of went a little bit crazy with all of the stamping because I was having fun. But because of that, I wound up putting out a lot more cards than I intended, and it took forever to get the video actually edited because I made so many cards, and then I had to figure out, okay, how am I going to do this? Ooh, I am liking this blue. The blue is Suede Shoes, again from Catherine Pooler. And links to everything I'm using will be down below. The bad part is that this kit, the club kit for this month, is already sold out. So I'm thinking it might be a good idea to sign up for the club kits, because you know what? They are always awesome and they run out so fast. Last month's was within a few hours, and this time I don't know the exact timing on it, but I know it was within like a day. So you will want to go ahead and get those if it's something that you think you might like. And they just keep on coming up with such cute designs, and these packs, these colors are just, the box of the month is just packed full of yummy goodness. Okay, so now I've got one in teal and all that jazz, and then one in navy blue, which is the Suede Shoes. I love those two. I'm gonna go check on my backgrounds and see if they're done yet, and see if I need to do any other colors to go with those backgrounds. I think I've narrowed down which panel and which images that I cut out that I want to use, but I'm kind of wanting a little bit more color than just the blue on there, so I'm going to give this a try. I don't really use colored pencils much, but I'm going to try coloring in my little bee a little bit to give it a little bit of definition, have it pop a little bit against that blue background. And hopefully I don't mess up. I'm going to kind of just go around the shape and then color in the parts of his body that would be black. So that looks pretty decent, so I'm going to try something else too. And that is add a little bit of my Spectrum Noir shimmer over the wings. This is Catherine Pooler ink and Artist Bluff colored pencil, so I have no idea how that one's going to go, but looks like I'm actually turning my wings a little bit blue because of that Catherine Pooler ink. I'm pulling some of the, and these were stamped days ago, but it still is water reactive, which is kind of cool. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on my other ones. I think I'm just going to do the 3 on this. I did have a 4th just in case I messed up on the first one. But I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other ones. And that little bit of color on there does make it pop a little bit more. And then I can trim down this panel and put everything together. I think I'm going to do a slimline this time. Okay, so I think this is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and start adhering these little bees down. Bees on flowers. I was thinking about adding another bee to that background, but I asked one of my friends and they haven't had really good luck with stamping over Lunar Paste, so I figure I will give that a try at another point. And for today, I'm just going to add everything as die cuts over it. So there's my first little daisy or sunflower, whatever kind of flower you want to call it, since it's blue. And I'm going to try to have I'm going to have them overlapping just a little bit and have the bees in different directions, just to give it a little bit of variety. And I think that looks pretty, and we've got that pretty shimmer in the background. Now I'll go ahead and do the same thing to my sentiment. I decided to go with the big Be Happy, because I hope this card makes whoever gets it happy. And I was going to try to keep it straight, but I think it'll look actually cooler if I have it intentionally offset. It's also easier that way. And now, since this is warped a little bit, I'm turning it over to press that adhesive well, so it sticks in there good. And next I'm going to add some foam tape to the back to adhere this down to my card base. I am using a slimline card base. I cut this one down to, it is actually 3.5 inches tall. So this is a 7 by 8.5. Yeah, 7 by 8.5 piece of cardstock. I trimmed it down from a regular 8.5 by 11. And so let me grab my foam. So I'll put that on the back. That's also going to help with the warping somewhat, because warped cardstock doesn't really want to adhere, number one, and number two, it doesn't like to stay flat. So the foam tape is going to help for both of those. I want to make sure that it is sticking well. Okay, and I could add some more sparkle to this, some gems or something, but I think the shine from the background is just enough. So that is going to finish up this card project for the Not Too Shabby shop. If you'd like to see some more card videos where I'm using products from Not Too Shabby, check out this playlist, especially the ones using this kit, because the club kit is awesome. And although I think this kit is probably sold out, the individual stamp sets may be available on the website, and there are some affiliate links down below. You guys have a wonderful day, and remember, if I can make it, you can too. See you next time.